Hi students, I'm Praveen Sebastian Paul. In this lecture, we are discussing the object-oriented system. We know that the object-oriented modeling, that is OOM technique, visualizes things in an application by using models organized around objects. Any software development approaches go through the following stages, that is analysis, design, and implementation stage. In object-oriented software engineering, the software developer identifies and organizes the application in terms of object-oriented concepts prior to their final representation in any specific programming language or software tool. The different phases in object-oriented software development includes the major phases of the software development using object-oriented methodologies are object-oriented analysis, object-oriented design, and object-oriented implementation. When it comes to the object-oriented analysis, in this stage, the problem is formulated, user requirements are identified, and then a model is built based upon the real-world objects. The analysis produces models on how the desired system should function and how it must be developed. The models do not include any implementation details so that it can be understood and examined by any non-technical application expert. When it comes to the object-oriented design includes two main stages, namely system design and object design. In the system design stage, the complete architecture of the desired system is designed. The system is conceived as a set of interacting subsystems that in turn is composed of a hierarchy of interacting objects grouped into classes. System design is done according to both the system analysis model and the proposed system architecture. Here, the emphasis is on the object comprising the system rather than the process in that system. When it comes to the object design, in this phase, a design model is developed based on both the models developed in the system analysis phase and the architecture designed in the system design phase. All the classes required are identified. The designer decides whether new classes are to be created from scratches. Any existing class can be used in their original form, or new classes should be inherited from the existing classes. The associations between the identified classes are established and the hierarchies of the classes are identified. Besides, the developer designed the internal details of the classes and their association, that is, the data structures of each attribute and the algorithm for their operation. So when it comes to the third phase, that is the object-oriented implementation and testing phase, in this stage, the design model developed in the object design is translated into code in an appropriated programming language or software tool. The databases are created and the specific hardware requirements are ascertained. Once the code is in shape, it is tested using specialized technique to identify and remove the errors in the code. So my dear students, these are the three different stages in object-oriented modeling. So the first phase is the phase relating with the object-oriented analysis, and in this object-oriented analysis, the problem is formulated, user requirements are identified, and then a model is built based upon the real-world object. The analysis produces models on how the desired system should function and how it must be developed. In the second phase, that is the object-oriented design phase, this phase is categorized or subdivided into two. The first one is the system design phase and second one is the object design phase. In the system design phase, the complete architecture of the desired system is designed. The system is conceived as a set of interacting subsystems that in turn is composed of hierarchy of interrelating or interacting objects grouped into classes. When it comes to the object design, in the object design phase, The design model is developed based upon both the models developed in a system analysis phase and in the architecture designed in the system design phase. And the last step is the object oriented implementation and testing phase. In this phase, the design model is developed based on a software or developed by a software, and the quality is ensured by making testing phase implemented and the errors are rectified and the final product is delivered to the customer. So these are the object oriented designing, implementing and testing phase. So as we all know, generally the system development phases are divided into analysis, design, implementation, testing and maintenance phase also. So this maintenance phase is just integrating with the implementation and testing phase also. So my dear student, hope you had understood this topic. So dear students, kindly go through the assignment question. The assignment question is, write in detail about the different phases, that is the object oriented analysis phase, object oriented design phase, and thirdly object oriented implementation and testing phase. So my dear students, in the upcoming lecture we will discuss the object oriented principles in detail. So my dear students, see you soon. Until then, goodbye, thank you and all the best.